Yeah, it's just through there, mate, just next to the bar. That's my job. Well, it might have been if you turned up on time.
I bet Phil sleeps happy in his hospital bed knowing you're out here keeping an eye on everything.
Yeah, some people need watching.
Phil is going to be out of action for a long time, Jamie. Things can change.
Boy, that job you promised to finish is all over the arches. Thought you said I could rely on you.
You can rely on me, Jamie. I'll be there in a minute, all right?
The place is in a right tip and I want it cleared up.
It's a system, all right? I know exactly where everything is.
Well, if it's all running so smoothly, why did I have a punter on the phone last night moaning because his motor ain't ready? What is it?
Will you give me a break, huh? I'm on my own over there, in case you hadn't noticed. You better make that the takeaway.
Doing his best, you know. He's working single-handed over there.
I know. I'll give him a hand soon. Busy at the moment.
Yeah, I do realise that. I mean, perhaps you shouldn't have taken it all on. This place, the arches, the snooker room.
Phil put me in charge and I'm dealing with it.
Are you? Well, in that case, how about getting some proper help for me in here?
Well, if you drop the attitude and got on with some work, you might get something done.
There's nothing wrong with my attitude. I'm not the one swanning around pretending to be boss and then blaming everyone else for my problems.
Yo, thanks for nothing.
Joe? Have they found something out about Phil?
They haven't got a clue. They're useless.
Don't let it get to you.
Well, somebody's got to do something. Anyway, it's got nothing to do with you, Lisa. You walked out.
Yeah, on Phil? Me and you, we're mates. I mean, if there's anything you need to talk about...
Talk? That's all anyone seems to do around here.
No, I can't.
Said the car will be ready yesterday.
Yeah, well, we're a bit short-handed at the moment, so the earliest I'm going to be able to do it now is Thursday.
What? Oh, look, I'm getting sick of this.
Well, if you've got a complaint, I suggest you speak to the boss.
You're too right, I'm going to speak to your boss. And where'd you get him from? Local kindergarten?
Look, hang on a minute. What's the problem?
This gentleman here has a complaint.
Yeah, well, I'm in the middle of something.
I don't care, Sonny. My car's still in pieces.
Look, I'm going to have to call you back, all right? I'm really sorry, but we're a mechanic down at the moment.
Yeah, so the mouth in the corner tells me. But I'm getting sick of your excuses. Look, if that motor isn't sorted by Thursday, you're going to be another mechanic down. Get my drift?
It'll be sorted for you.
And tell Daddy, whoever's really in charge, that I'll expect a discount too. And he'd better make it a good one.
Customer relations. One of the perks of being the boss, that is.
All right. I've just been over the arches. Listen, I thought it might be nice if we had some lunch, seeing as you stood me up last night.
I phoned you, didn't I? And I was busy. It's not easy doing 10 things at once. I mean, why do people have to get on my case about it the whole time?
Well, where are you going now?
Well, first I've got to get some parts for a motor, then I've got to see the supplier, then I've got to go to the cash and carry for the calf. Is that enough for you?
And what about lunch? Jamie!
Sonia, I don't...
If you're expecting Sonia, then I won't...
I'm not.
I ain't seen you two together much lately.
In case you hadn't noticed, Phil's been shot. And he left me in charge of all the businesses. Now, I know it might not mean a lot to you, Lisa, but it's my responsibility and I have no time for anything else.
Of course. Sorry. Jay, I'm worried what all this is doing to you.
Really?
Please stop treating me like this. I walked out for a reason, but it had nothing to do with you. Can we start again? Please.
Since it happened, I haven't been able to get it out of my head. I mean, what if Dad succeeded or tried again? I mean, Phil hasn't even got a guard anymore. You know, Phil might be dead. And apart from me and Peggy, who'd care about it?
I was always the last person on his mind, Jamie. I couldn't live like that anymore. I really hoped you might understand.
No, I think you better go. You know, I've got things to do, stuff to think about.
Jamie, please.
Look, I can handle it, all right? Phil's counting on me and I'm not going to let him down.
He's expecting too much.
Too much? Do you know what it's like, walking through that square knowing that someone shot Phil? For all I know, I could be staring that person in the face every day and that's too much, even the thought of it.
You don't know that's true. Phil knows a lot of dodgy people all over London.
It was closer to home than that. It was someone round here, someone he knew. Steve Owen hated him enough. And we all know what he's capable of.
No! It was Steve's wedding day. He wouldn't, not with Mel around.
Well, someone did it, Lisa. I mean, so everyone's got it in for Phil. What about Mark? They had a few run-ins. I mean, how much does Mark like you?
You can't start believing it was Mark. That's ridiculous. Jay, you've got to let this go.
I can't! Wherever I am, it's there. 24 hours a day, eating me up inside. And I want to know the truth.
If you need any more assistance, you know where you can find me.
Yeah, under the nearest stone.
Mr. Burke, you'd be so hurtful sometimes.
I've been looking for you. You're supposed to be over the snooker room.
Yeah, well, I've been helping the police with their inquiries.
What are they asking you for?
Well, if you want to know about organ grinding, you don't talk to the monkey, do you?
But what are you talking to him for? I know Phil better than anyone.
We're just trying to clarify some of Phil Mitchell's business dealings.
Yeah, well then talk to me, not Billy. Anyway, you're on the wrong track. Had nothing to do with business.
Really? You have some information we don't?
No. It stands to reason, right? With someone from round here, it had to be.
We're well aware Phil Mitchell had enemies, son.
Then why haven't you arrested Steve Owen?
On what charge? Going away on a honeymoon?
Well, there's others. Mark Fowler or Ian Bill. But they both hated him enough to do it.
I assure you we're doing everything we can.
Look, where are you going? Look, why won't you take me seriously? I know Phil, just talk to me.
We're well aware you're upset, lad. Just let us do our job, eh?
You see? Nobody takes you seriously. Boy. That's how Phil started, you know?
Get on with your work and leave me alone.
We're getting a bit too much, is it? See, that's the trouble, Jane. Step into a big man's shoes, you gotta make sure they fit.
I just told you. Leave me alone, right?
You can't tell me what to do. You can't tell anybody, because no one listens, do they? You ain't the big man you think you are. You're just a frightened little kid.
I'm in charge. Just remember that, yeah?
No, you're not. You're on your own now, little boy. And I reckon it's time the grown-ups took over. Look at you. Where's the tough guy now, eh? Do you know, this reminds me of the way things used to be. Do you remember? I shouted and you jumped.
I'm not a kid anymore.
Of course you are. Nobody will ever take you seriously. And you know why? Because you're pathetic. You're trying so hard to be the big man, and you're nothing. Nothing.
Get away from me!
You're gonna wish you hadn't done that. No, you had enough. Or do you want some more?
I didn't start here! When are you going to learn your lesson? How many times am I going to have to do this? You're not going to give me no more hassle, all right? From now on, you do what I tell you to do, all right? Do you understand?
Whatever you say.
You're going to do better than that, Billy. Say it nicely.
Whatever you say. Boss.